In this lesson, you're going to learn how to create a banner that has the buttons built right in, and then you're also going to create links. So when you click on this, this pops up, and you'll notice the one I scrolled over was set to just be a rollover. So you're going to learn how to change it so if it's just a rollover, it comes up, or you have to click on it for it to appear. So the first thing you're going to do is open up your holiday cards banner in Photoshop. So it was the banner you created the other day that said holiday cards and it has the text. Ideally, you want to open this up as the Photoshop file and not the GIF file. That way you're able to work with the different layers that are in there. So look for the one called holidaycardsbanner.psd. If you don't have that, just let me know and I can save that file into your folder specifically. So once you get that open, we're going to zoom in a little bit. And I'm going to go down to the shape tools, and I'm going to do a rectangle. If your rectangle isn't visible, you just have to hold down on this, on the little arrow on the right, bottom right corner. Select rectangle, and we're going to create a small rectangle, about this big, and we have our shape. Mine turned white because that was the color. If yours isn't white, you're going to want to switch those colors around, and then you'll use your paint bucket to fill that. The next thing we're going to do is, with that shape layer selected, click on this selection option and go to blending options, and we'll just add a drop shadow to it. So I select that, and you'll notice you get a little drop shadow. We can make that bigger if we want, change the distance away from it, how much it shadows. I'm going to pretty much leave it. We'll click OK. Then I'm going to add some text to this. So I'm going to click on my text tool. I just want normal text. And I want my color to be some of this maroon color that's in here. So I'm going to select using the eyedropper. Click OK. I'm going to drag over that area. It'll let me. And get off of that. Try it again. I'm not exactly over it, but I'm going to type home. I'm going to highlight that and center it. And then I'm going to click on my arrow tool, and I'm going to move that so it's kind of in the center. And then I'm going to select a different font. So I'm going to click on my text tool again, click right on that home text so I can highlight it. And let's go a little bit bigger and find a different font. I'm going to do maybe the brush script standard. Sorry about that. And let's go a little bit bigger. 18 maybe. Once I have it laid out the way I want, I'll just click on this check mark to accept it. It looks good. It looks a little pixelated right now, but we are in 200%. Now I want to copy this button and text. So the easy way to do that is over on our layers panel, we're going to have the home selected, and then I'm going to hold shift and I'm going to select the shape layer. And then I'm going to right click on that and say duplicate layers. And I'll click OK. And now I have a duplication. You don't really see it, but if I click on my arrow tool, I can drag this over, and you'll see I have a second button. And then I can click on my text tool, select my home copy layer, and then change this. So I'll type about us. And then click on the check mark again, and let's do the same thing over. So again, you're going to have this about us layer selected, hold shift, select the shape 1 copy, right click, duplicate the layer, select your black arrow, and drag it over. We are going to make some adjustments so that holiday cards is not underneath it. Okay. And again, click on your text tool, select about us, and we'll change it to contact. If you have your Photoshop file, you'll be able to make a change now to the text. We're going to take the about us text, or not about us, I'm sorry, the holiday cards text, which is right here. I'm going to click on that layer, And I'm going to click down, not let go, and drag it up to the top so it's actually above all of those buttons. And now you'll notice that those go over the top of it. Okay. So now you can go ahead and you'll do a file save for web and devices. Again, we can save this as a GIF image. So go to save, find your folder that you want to save this to, and you can call it Holiday Cards Banner with Buttons. Go ahead and click save. The one last thing you should do is again save this as a Photoshop file. So if you want to save over your original, that's fine. Otherwise you can go to File, Save As, and this time we'll save this as Holiday Cards Banner with Buttons again, but we're going to make sure it's a Photoshop file.